These are the things that I wish I knew to look out for when I was finding my wardrobe basics. For today's video, let's run through my autumn wardrobe essentials. And when you put all of these together, they kind of form a capsule wardrobe. Right now, I'm getting ready to go away to the UK for 2.5 weeks. So this is pretty much going to inspire what I pack with me in my suitcase. So before we talk about the individual pieces, I want to say this. Basics are so easy to come across, but finding the one that is going to last in our wardrobe takes a lot more searching. So as we go through today's video, I'll tell you what I look for in each of these pieces to make sure they work for me. And you can ask yourself the same questions to find your perfect basic, which may or may not look like what I consider my perfect basic. Wardrobe basics are not made equal, and when you find the right ones that suit your style, it just means that you don't have to work as hard to get to a finished look that you're just so happy with. Just so we're on the same page, these are my core pieces. I also have more statement items in my wardrobe, key pieces, if you will, that I will combine with the basics for my finished outfit. That is why this is so simple. These are the foundations, and then I will mix it in with louder, more statement pieces as well. My first essential for autumn will be a cashmere knit. I feel like I found my perfect style when it comes to a cashmere sweater, and that is the J. Crew shrunken knit. The reason why this one is my favorite ultimately comes down to the shape. I love that it is cropped. It makes it so easy to style with my wardrobe. I wear a lot of high-waisted skirts, high-waisted trousers, and when you tuck these in, there's not too much bulk. So if I take it out, you can see that it's not too short either. It's a pretty good length. It hits right above my hip bone. In terms of quality, I find most cashmere knits very comfortable and soft. This is no exception. I'm wearing it on my skin and it's very comfortable. When I'm choosing out a color, I wanted to complement most of the colors I wear. I wear a lot of navy, a lot of gray. So for my inner piece, I thought a light yellow would be the perfect color to combine with that. For example, my coat is navy. And I have like grey outerwear as well. So if I went navy or grey here, I feel like there's not enough color to break things up. Whereas going for a yellow just perfectly complements the rest of my wardrobe. It also comes in a lot of neutrals and darker shades, if that's what you prefer for your wardrobe, because those are going to be more versatile and fuss-free. I find that when I'm not happy with a basic I own, I'm constantly searching for a better replacement. Ideally, I don't want to do that. So spending a bit more time to find the right piece is what I'm going to try and do for my whole wardrobe, just so I'm not constantly looking to replace things when I don't need to. If I could only have one skirt in my wardrobe, I would choose the Cezanne nail. So I had this in my wardrobe in navy as well as in beige. What I was saying before about finding the perfect one could not be more true for this skirt. Since I got this knit skirt, I've never looked at another one just because this is the perfect silhouette already. So I love the length of it. It kind of hits me right at the ankle, and when I'm wearing my boots, they kind of work seamlessly together. So what is actually good about this skirt for me? Firstly, it's a merino cotton blend. The fabric feels so incredibly comfortable and not scratchy. I would hate the idea of a scratchy wool midi skirt. Sounds terrible, but the cotton merino makes it very soft. I find the shape of this perfect, where it's not too thin where it hugs my body too much. It's got a bit of weight to it so that it conceals things in a more effortless way. If I'm tucking a sweater in, if I don't want to wear like something very seamless, this still goes over it very well, especially in the navy. The next piece is my Uniqlo sweatshirt. A sweatshirt is exactly the kind of piece where it can feel like the same no matter where you buy it. When I observe my wardrobe, there are sweatshirts I wear all the time, and then there are sweatshirts that don't get worn as often. And it's really the details that will set these two apart. What I look for in a sweatshirt is that on my laziest days, I can put this on and both be comfortable and cozy, but also look put together enough that I can run errands and go out. This piece is 100% cotton, and what I like about it is that it's not too bulky. It's not a sweatshirt that takes up a lot of space to store and you can only wear it in the winter. This is a transitional sweatshirt that works in the autumn, and then once you get to winter, you probably need to do some layering. Even in the details of the silhouette, it's got a lot of room on that underarm. This is the thing that makes the sweatshirt really cozy and comfortable, because if it's more fitted here, it can sometimes feel just like too close to my body for loungewear. Whereas when it's got this room, it makes it super cozy to wear. So it becomes a piece that I wear at home, and then I also wear out over some of my dressier pieces to tone it down. Sweatshirts really need to have both of these functions. I can't just wear it at home, can't just wear it out. It needs to do both for it to feel worthwhile being in my wardrobe. Also comes in a ton of colors. I really like the dark green. I've got two options for my most worn autumn t-shirts and base layers. I mean, t-shirt, we have to give it to the Uniqlo mini t-shirts. The reason I feel like this is the perfect t-shirt is that as a baby tee, I find it super flattering and it's just a little bit more fitted to the body, which I like. And then when I take it 2 sizes up, it gives me a regular t-shirt look, but it's still not too long. That's why I'll go for this t-shirt in a size or 2 up as opposed to get another style, because a lot of other styles will end up hitting me again a little bit long, so then there's more fabric to work with when I'm tucking. And remember, it doesn't have to look like mine, but you want to ask all the questions, like how it layers, how the neckline fits, how it wears, color choice, length. You want to check all these things. These are some Cuckoo Intimates cardigans. By cardigan, what they mean is just that it has buttons down the front. It's really like a cotton long sleeve. So for the price, these are not worth it at all. It's basically a cotton t-shirt. I am including it in this video because I've been getting so much wear from these. I'm a broken record, but it's because they're cropped. They work so well with my skirts and with my trousers because of the silhouette. I also think that the pointel fabric as well as the floral design is so pretty that on my lazy days, on my put together days, these just make me feel my best. As basic as these are, they're not like super easy to come across, but I have spotted a few good dupes, so I'll link them down below if this kind of vibe you like, but you can't justify the price point, which is so understandable because I don't think they're worth it. I just sadly love them. Everything else in today's video, I feel like the price and the quality is justified. These t-shirts, not so much. The pants I'm going to pack with me on my trip are these petite studio pants. So these are actually just a very good pant. I find the silhouette so flattering. I didn't shorten these, they fit perfectly. They're not too wide. A lot of trousers that I've been seeing, they're very wide. And I'm a fan of the wide leg pants, but because I am also more petite, sometimes the very voluminous silhouettes just start to drown me, especially when I layer on coats and sweaters. It's too much for the balance of an outfit. So I'm always looking for trousers that are a little bit wide and effortless, but not to the point where I can't match them with my sweaters and my coats. Because just imagine huge wide leg pants, big sweaters, big coats. It starts to feel like a lot when you combine them together. My tip when you're looking for trousers, because most of us have more tops and jackets than we do pants, is that you want something that is going to match the silhouettes of your favorite tops. For me, as you can see, some of my tops are definitely a little bit oversized. So for example, the sweatshirt, some of the jackets you'll see later, so this is going to work with those. And then when you put this against the very fitted shapes, this is actually still creating that wide leg silhouette. So I truly feel this is a very medium silhouette that works for both my fitted tops as well as my looser tops. My favorite dress for autumn is definitely the Cezanne Harper dress. If I could only wear one dress all season, it would be this one. What I like about this is that it's super versatile. I can dress it up and it looks very put together. And then I can also dress it down with boots and different like cardigans, outerwear to make it feel very cozy. This is another piece that I'm thinking about packing just because it suits so many different occasions. This is another one of Cezanne's cotton merino wool blends. So very nice quality and very comfortable on the skin. Obviously with this, you're not layering anything inside, so it makes it all the more important that the fabric is really nice. The cotton makes it a little bit more effortless, the merino makes it more warm, and together, they're really perfect. When I layer all my jackets over this dress, it still looks good. If I went for a dress that had an A-line skirt, it would be a lot more fussy with what I could wear over the top. When it's too puffy and I put like a chunky knit over the top, there becomes a lot of volume. When this is fitted, it means I can put those cozier layering pieces on top and it still looks nice. In a season where we're gonna do so much layering, I just like starting with a base that is closer to the body. And you'll see this as a pattern through a lot of the base pieces I've shown in the video. I find that if I don't think about the silhouettes I like to wear, what happens is that I have a lot of contradicting silhouettes. Voluminous dresses where I don't have a jacket to go over the top, oversized top and bottom that don't work together, and then I end up needing a much bigger wardrobe. Let's move on to outerwear, starting with this little cropped barn jacket. So this one is from J. Crew. J. Crew is so new to me because we don't really have them here in Australia, so I shop them online. This is one of my most perfect jacket fits I've come across. Everything from the shoulders to the sleeves to the body just fits extremely well. And I don't think I've had a jacket in a shorter design fit me this well. There are so many jackets out right now that look almost exactly like this one. This one has been by far the best because of the shape, because of the length of the sleeves, how well it fits on the body, little bit boxy but not too much. The color combinations look nice, both this color as well as the mossy green version, and it has been a journey to find something that ticks all of these boxes. The outside of this jacket is 100% cotton, and this kind of slightly coated cotton feels like it would be water repellent, which is going to be great on those slightly drizzly days. It's got a nice, very smooth YKK zip, and then along the zip we've got buttons. So this is just very efficient to keep the wind out, being able to zip it up and then do off the buttons as well. And something styling wise I would do is that I would style it in a way that feels maybe a little bit more playful, maybe a bit more feminine, and not too preppy because that's not 100% my style. For my essential coat, I'm actually going to show you two options because I just can't decide, and I think you could go either way. You don't need both, but you could go either way. So the first one is a more classic option, and it's my curated classic coat in navy. This is 70% wool, 30% cashmere. I think this is my third year of owning this coat and it's holding up extremely well. So one of the reasons I like this coat is that it's lightweight and easy to wear. I really hate very heavy coats because the moment I take it off, it's such a burden to carry with me. Despite it being very lightweight, it's still very warm. So on the inside, it doesn't have a lining. What this means is that it's made from a double-faced fabric. The example in comparison is always Max Mara coats, some of the most premium coats on the market, and if you look on the inside, they're never lined because it's double-faced and you want that luxurious material to be seen and felt. The second coat option would be a check coat, and I love check coats. I think that they can be so incredibly versatile and really comparable to a classic one color coat. This coat is from Tibby a few years back, so sadly it's not available anymore, but I have loved it and worn it for a couple of years now. I've found some other check coats online, so I'll link to them down below in my little edit. The reason I love a check coat is because it makes putting together an autumn outfit so easy. Even if you're just wearing wardrobe basics, this check coat will bring everything together. I want to talk about here what kind of silhouettes I'm looking out for in a coat, because there are so many coat silhouettes that won't be as versatile as the ones I've shown. I wear a lot of midi skirts that are very long, so when I wear a short coat, it can cut me off pretty awkwardly. So I'm always looking for a coat that is very long. So somewhere from mid-calf to almost ankle. And I think a lot of people will find this length a bit overwhelming, but I've actually found it very versatile if you wear a lot of skirts. It creates the most seamlessness, and I never have to think about how the inner pieces work with the jacket because there's just no cutting off in the outfit. If you were to imagine a knee-length coat, that could suit you if you wear a lot of pants, a lot of jeans, but for longer dresses, it does kind of sometimes become a styling issue. Because I like these oversized long jackets, I always like to combine it with smaller details. So on my curated coat, I mentioned that the collar details and accents are all on the smaller, very wearable side. Same thing with this coat, it's such an oversized silhouette, but it's got a small pattern. It's got small accents, small details, and it helps balance out this coat. On the opposite side, because, you know, we can go for different things, will be something more tailored and structured. So sharp on the shoulders, maybe more seams to kind of make it fit closer to the body, and that would be a completely different aesthetic to the one that I usually go for. If you want to find your perfect coat, these are the things that you'll need to decide between to give you the look that you want, because these are such different looks, even if we're just working with a simple neutral coat. And then to wrap up today's video, I want to talk about how this all ties together. Everything I've shown you today, I can wear together. But when I'm wearing them, they don't necessarily give me my favorite outfits. My best outfits are when I pair the pieces I've shown with key pieces from my wardrobe. So that might look something like a leather jacket or a leather accent. It will just be the piece that makes these basics come alive. Any of the things I've shown today works perfectly with all of my knitwear. Most of my knitwear tends to be more detailed with more accents, so I will style them most of the time with the basics I've shown. On top of that, in today's video, I've also shown a lot of accessories. These are pieces that I've curated that I think work really, really well for my style. So when I combine these accessories with the basic clothes, it makes the outfit come together in a way that feels aligned to my own style. I mean, look, my outfits are simple. There's nothing crazy about them, but it's the little things that make it feel right to us. Throughout today's video, I've shown you all of these outfits, and most of the time, it's a blend of these core pieces that I've talked about here, and then a couple of key pieces and accessories. These together create my final look. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I'm now going to choose what I'm going to pack from this edit I've talked about today. If you'd like to see what I've actually been wearing as I'm traveling, I'll be sharing a lot of these looks on my Instagram, handle on the screen and also down below if you'd like to check it out. If you enjoyed today's video, you might also like some of these other videos which I've made recently. I hope you all have a lovely rest of the week. I'm gonna go pack and I'll see you very soon. Bye.